Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com here with the PTQ. I do believe I'm eliminated from top 8, but there is still prize on the line, which is actually better prize than we got for entering this or for winning the last tournament. So we'll still play. A little bit down right now, but that is what is expected when you get eliminated from a tournament that you so highly do want to do well in. I would like to make another Pro Tour. It is a huge goal of mine. But anyway, we'll just play this. Yeah, this is keepable. We can start off with a Sarah Ascendant into a Pridemate. Yeah, I really want that last matchup back. Night of the Soul Betrayal, just incredibly good. Golgari Charm, Jund Charm. Very, very good cards against Soul Sisters. You can go Brave the Elements, sort of. It only stops the Jund Charm, though, and Pyroclasm. It really is sticking it Honor the Pure, and then hope it doesn't get Golgari Charmed or Abrupt Decay, etc., etc. Or just trying to go outside of the token range and go over top. Sun Titan would be like a great card in that scenario. I think more Wrath of Gods in the sideboard would be really good if those type of decks become popular once again. So I'll lead off with the Sarah Ascendant. We'll try to focus the best we can on this game. And hope to see just a burn to get my head back in things. Unfortunately, we have kind of a bad scenario next turn with Wimber's Heights into nothing unless we draw a land for the Giant's Pridemate. It is going to be an island with the Saren Visions. This is either Twin or Delver, which again is what we built this deck for. So I hope we can follow up with a great play. Unfortunately, it is another Wimber's Heights, which puts our next play a little bit out of what we want to be doing. But that's all right. We'll attack in with the Sarah Ascendant. Get him down to an 18, up to 21. The 2-point life swing difference is very relevant in this format. It looks to me like it's going to be Grixis Delver, which is what the deck really shines against. He can Tasigur here. He's going to Inquisition and probably take the Ajani's Pridemate. That's what I would take. The other choice would be an Honor the Pure, which is a fine choice as well. He will not take a Secure the Waste. It's not the greatest at the moment, other than it is enabling the Wimber's Heights, and now that we have another Wimber's Heights, that might be another option. But with the backup Secure the Waste, I don't see that happening. So what's so great about Soul Sisters is very, very resilient to the attrition war, meaning if they're playing a discard deck or removal deck, you can come back. Even that last game versus Jund, we were just a Wrath of God off the top to sort of get back in it, but the Outpost Siege was definitely giving him so much card advantage. I definitely should have boarded in both Sundering Growths to try to combat that. So he's going to Visions again, and look at those cards in the graveyard. He takes a Secure the Waste, so that means he's got an answer for the Pridemate, and he doesn't want me to get the Wimber's Heights online. But in all honesty, it might just make me want to cast an Honor the Pure and get that. Yeah, it's going to be Honor the Pure for sure. I think that's a mistake for him not to take the Honor the Pure, especially with 2 Wimber's Heights and something that can create a token. And there's even, oh wow, that's a incredible draw. So now there's double Spectral Processions under double Wimber's Heights. And we will go ahead and cast the Honor the Pure. And this is a 4-point swing. And even if he gets an Angler or a Tasker out, I'm not too scared because we have a Spectral Procession. He can go land, Tasigur, and hold up a Mana Leak. In that case, that's it. We will be casting a Pridemate to try to bait out. And Scalding Tarn will find him his red source, which, again, is most likely to be an Angler here or a Tasigur, or even a Young Pyromancer I could see coming out. It's just going to be an Electrolyze, which does the job, but this allows me to stick the Spectral Procession. And I'm sure he's not happy with that, because that is exactly what he was trying to avoid. Electrolyze can only kill one of them. A Lightning Bolt can only kill one of them. A land, Lightning Bolt, Snapcaster, Lightning Bolt can only kill 2 of them. And uses quite a bit of resources. We can back it up with the land, Secure the Waste next turn to get the Wimber's Heights online again. He has to keep the Windburst Heights offline. Giant's Primate goes away here. He gets to kill. I mean, Kolaghan's Command is so good in the format right now. Soul Warden's fine. Threatens the Windburst Heights again. And he is taking damage here. He's down to an 8, and then he will be down to 7 when he decides to Bloodstained Mire. And we still, I can see myself instant speeding a Secure the Waste if I need to. He does have a ton of mana. He can string a bunch of cards here. He can go Tasigur and Angler. Worst case scenario for me would be another command and a lightning bolt. And then we'd be so far down in the card advantage realm. Best case scenario is what I said earlier. You just Tasigur and Anglers here, or I don't know if you can do both. He'd have to Thought Scour, Tasigur, Angler, and even Fetch probably. How many? His 9 cards. Yeah, he can actually do both. So he's got up to 13 mana, and Tasigur 7, and Angler 7, Tasigur 6. So any sort of, yeah, this was something I was definitely worried about. But it's going to allow me to Secure the Waste for 1. Because he is going to go the command, I'm sure. And unfortunately, my buddy Ranger of Eos is going to have to bite the dust here. And that's a huge one. But we do, if we draw into a land, we get double Spectral Procession. And he has to block here and go to a 1. Another Ranger, that's fine. Now he can't fetch a land. Oh, okay, and I revealed my hand again because Wizards of the Coast is completely insane that they put the reveal the hand underneath the OK. I can't stand that. MTGO, can you please fix that crap? It's annoying. Maybe it's just how I have it set up. I'll have to see on like full screen mode if it does that, but how I've got this set up in this 16:9 window, the reveal the hand hits the OK exactly on the OK button. I don't care about revealing my goddamn hand to the opponent. It's sorry, I'm a little bit frustrated right now. It's just a lot of things. So MTGO is one of those software that you just want to pull your hair out just because stupid things. If you actually close down a chat window and the person logs off, there's no way for you to recover that chat. And so there's a lot of times I seem like a big mean person by not responding to people's chats. I go AFK a lot on MTGO, and they'll leave me like a comment, and then I'll close the window because I'm recording, and then they go offline, and then you can't recover that until they somehow message you back, or you can find. It's just a mess to find people on MTGO and to anyway. Let's play the game here. Wrath of God comes in because he is a Tasigur Angler deck, and you just need to shut those down, and you're usually good. We'll bring in the Return of the Ranks. I'm not quite sold on the Archangel. I still like Spectral Processions. Martyr's kind of weird in this deck. I think we're going to end up cutting it for good. He could be going into Engineered Explosives, where Sundering Growth becomes very good. Core Firewalker's fine. We'll bring those in. He's playing a lot of red spells. Alright, Champion's great. We'll bring those in. This means we can actually go lighter on. I mean, we could even take care of some Path to Exiles now that we have a Wrath of God, but they're still good. The cards that I think aren't as good in this case, well, everything's good here. I'm gonna go out a few number of Soul Wardens. I am gonna go down Path to Exile, possibly 2 of them, and we'll get rid of 1 more, and we'll submit this. In fact, I probably should get rid of most of the paths. Yeah, 2 paths are fine. This is fine. It's not a great hand, but it's keepable. If we draw into 2 lands, we can cast the Honor of the Pure, the Soul Attendant. And he's going to probe and see my awful hand. So if he Inquisitions first turn, I'm actually in a bit of an issue. I can always Path Exile and Soul Attendant if I'm desperate to get a land. Which isn't the best play ever, but it is an option. Hate to see first turn Thought Scour, and then drop an Angler on turn 2. But it is what it is. So you'll get to see the efficiency of the Delver deck here if he does Thought Scour himself. Serum Visions is still fine. That's 3 cards in the graveyard. And hopefully we do draw that land. Hey, we're getting a... MTGO's being nice to us today, at least. Because we do get that land drop. Alrighty, so I can take a breath here. It's probably... Well, it's very much in our favor, especially the Path to Exile, not flooded Path to Exile. So the Thought Scour does get an Angler. That is one kill condition out of his deck. You got to think of that way with Soul Sisters. They only have a certain amount, and if you literally kill enough Anglers and enough Tazigurs, who cares what they have? I mean, at that point, they have to try to Snapcast or Electrolyze. But with Soul Sisters, you gain a lot of life, and they use a lot of resources getting rid of your stuff. So it looks like Tasker's going to come out, or an Angler. If it's an Angler, I don't know if I care as much. Tazigur, I might need to get rid of. But I think what we do is we just hit a... well, even Honor of the Pure is pretty good here. Because Lightning Bolt... Yeah, it's going to be Honor. And I'm fine with Honor because now Electrolyzes are more inefficient. I can take life for a while. He can keep his Tasker alive now, but... It's going to... best case scenario is I draw a land next turn and don't hit into a Remand or a Spell Snare for... I want to do a Johnny's Pride Mate and possibly Path to Exile. But we're still in fairly decent shape here. So I want to see a land. Fireworker's fine. I'll play it. I want to bait out anything. Any Mana Leak. Any Spell Snare. So, you know, bolt off a Core Firewalker. So, again, that would have hit my Pride Mate. Yes, it would have. So, do miss that land drop. We're still in great shape. Thought Scours himself finds some lands. I think he wants a land here. And they're thinning lands. Again, life total is not an issue. It's a resource. We're going to hit that land eventually. Phew. I'm going to swing in. And I think we do leave up the path at this point, because Tasigur is the threat. He might have another one in his hand, which is very, very likely. He taps that blue out, that Tasigur's gone. Okay, so he's going to bolt me? He probably has another Tasigur. Yep, just bolt me in a turn. But that's only 2 damage. Because the Firewalker does net me up 1. And so I'm still down to 11. Maybe another Tasigur comes out here, or an Angler. Most likely, actually. And he can save up all his mana for a leak. But he has to use everything else. There's a Flagstones. It's worth it to just go Spectral Processions. And they hit. That's awesome. Alright. So we've got blockers for the Tasigur. And he can activate Tasigur at the end of turn here. Doesn't guarantee he finds anything good, though. Electrolyze on just a Spirit. And it gains me a life. I do have to worry about the Cryptic tap down. Pride Mate at this point is still weak. I did cut so many Soul Sisters. I'll just let it go through. I don't think he can burn me out at this point still. That's a nice one. I'll Pride Mate. And it hits, so that's nice. I actually think another Pride Mate is still the right play. And we'll get in there for some spirits. Again, the Cryptic tap down is real. I could just lose to the Cryptic tap down. He's going to activate Tasigur is what I... Electrolyze a Spirit. Okay. But that does pump up my Pride Mates. And he's down to an 8. I have 2 4/4 Pride Mates that can now survive hits from Lightning Bolts. Inquisition can get an honor. That actually does hurt a little bit. If he tries the Kolaghan's Command, though, my Pride Mates will be nice and fat. We'll double block. And he might have another Tasigur in his hand. But that forces him to cast it. And we will slam out a Ranger. So there's the third Tasigur. What does he want still in his hand? I want him to tap out for sure. Okay, Kolaghan's Command, but this, my Pridemate gets bigger. But that is, he does want that Ranger gone. Oh, so to attack in with the Johnny's Pridemate, get him down to a 3, but then he on the backswing I can block. I don't think I do. We do sort of have this nice little lock here with he can't cast red spells. He does have the card advantage. He does have ways to get the command back, which can return creatures. So I think that's going to be his plan. But this card's huge if it hits. He has to counter it. Electrolyze what? Me? Oh, the Soul Warden. Okay. And now we can attack in. Deprive. Okay. Well, I'm going to get in with the Pridemate. He's going to have to block with the Snapcaster. He takes it. Okay, interesting. One card's a land in his hand. He's still... That's... How many Electrolyzes is that? That's 3 Electrolyzes? Leaves the Tasigur back. Again, the Pridemate will come in. There goes the Snapcaster. Now I have Sarah's Ascendant, which is going to get countered. No, he's going to reveal the top 2. And I have to even back something. So at this point, Kolaghan's Command gets him back. Pyroclasm. You can have a Pyroclasm. It does nothing. Maybe Kolaghan's Command, but Kolaghan's Command can, like, get back a Snapcaster. Yeah, you can have a Thought Scour here. Or a Command. Or, no, it's going to be a Thought Scour. He will Thought Scour himself. Engineer Explosive. That's awesome to go to the bin. Only 1 mana left. And there's the game. All right, so we're 4-2 at this point. Or 3-2. What are we? I don't even know. We've played a lot of games here. We'll go on to the next match, and I think there's going to be 8 rounds of this, or 7 rounds. And so we're going to try to squeak into that 32 and at least get prize and more experience with the deck. And hopefully recover really well with Soul Sisters. So far we've had a matchup we can win that we did lose, and then we did face that first round, Tron, that is very, very hard for the deck. Anyway, this has been Kevin with roguedeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.